So in this section, we're going to look at how you teach your dog to listen to human cues. I sit, the recalls, retrieve, whatever you want them to do. How do we go ahead to teach them all these steps? The way you do it is that you start with catching the behavior, whatever the behavior may be. It could be sit, lay down, whatever it is. And you catch it several times, and every time they do it, you say, okay, and you give them a treat. They do it again, okay, and you give them a treat. And remember, never do anything more than 3 times 10 because you get them exhausted. So you have to have a little pause after those 10 times. The next step is when they start to anticipate what you want them to do, you put in the cue. So you put in the cue, they do the behavior, you say okay, and you give them a treat. So now they start to see that, every time I do this, it comes a word first and then I do the behavior. They start to connect that together. Then the next step will be to put in a default behavior. And what is a default behavior? A default behavior is something when the dog comes back to you and asks you, what do you want me to do? So the dog comes back and say, what do you want me to do? And you say the cue and you give the okay word and you give a treat. And then you mix the default behavior and the cue. And in the future, you're going to see that you can mix all the different cues. So you have taught the dog, sit, lay down, lifting paws, spin around, whatever you want to teach your dog. And you can mix that together. And in between, he or she will come back and look at you and say, what do you want me to do? Which is the default behavior. So that's how you get them to listen to you and how you collaborate together.